Creek Explorers. I want to welcome you to physical education today. We're going to talk today about at-home field day. You know, every year, it can be the first day of school. I have students come up to me and say, Mrs. Moberg, what are we going to do for field day this year? Of course, I have no idea at that point in time. But what's our theme going to be, Mrs. Moberg? I've had students say, it is the best day of my life, Mrs. Moberg. And I've also had parents tell me, you know, I tell my friends, if you don't work anything else at school, you gotta volunteer for field day. It is so much fun. So I am so sorry that we are not gonna be able to have field day here at Indian Creek this year. I'm really disappointed by that. I was looking forward to it. So we are going to do an at-home field day. This is, we're going to take the next couple weeks to go over some of the stations. There are over 15 stations. We're going to do 5 today. All of these stations, cards and directions to the stations, scorecards can be found on this website, openphys.org/National Field Day. So everything I'm doing today can be found on that website. It is a free website. You can go on, print things off. There's live demonstrations for all these stations that we're going to do today. So we're going to move to the 5 stations today, and feel free to change these a little bit if you need to. You're going to need some ordinary things you'd have at home: beach towels, stopwatches, you can use your phone, cups, socks, milk jugs, paper airplanes, baskets, buckets, things that you have around the house. Now, I would be outside in my backyard doing this today, but it is raining, so I'm in the gym here, and it's just easier, I think, to hear me. So I'm probably going to do most of these in the gym, but let's go ahead and let's come over here to our station 1, over here at this beach towel. Now, you do not need to have the station markers up. I just have these up for you today. This is called the Towel Flip Challenge. You're going to need your stopwatch or your phone for this. Also, you might want to take pictures and videos. I'll get you my email address and send them to me. I'd love to see what some of the things that you're doing. But anyway, on this, I get 1 minute to flip this towel. I'm going to stand on the towel. I want it flat to start and flat to finish. I'm going to move this towel. I'm going to flip it over to the opposite side. I get 1 minute. Now, it's probably not going to take me a minute, but the winner would be whoever does this skill in the least amount of time. So I'm going to start. I have to be on the towel. I cannot move the towel with my feet when my feet are moving. I have to make sure my feet are flat and not moving when I move the towel. And it's flat, so I'm finished. What's my score? I'm going to write down my score. Maybe it took me 35 seconds. I would write that score down in the little box. This says Towel Flip Challenge. And then I would take another challenge. All right, let's move over to station 2. All right, at this station, this is the milk jug relay. You're going to need a stopwatch. You're going to need 2 milk jugs or 1 milk jug, depending. Again, maybe some of my smaller first graders would only want to use 1, but my 6th graders, 5th graders, you could easily do 2. So this is a relay. This is a timed event. I'm going to have 2 jugs at the starting point. I'm going to, as quickly as I can, running, walking. You could add a different locomotor skill. You could say skipping, galloping, running, walking. I'm just going to walk, speed walk today. But I get 1 point for every lap I do. The length is a lap. So when the stopwatch is going, says when my partner says go, I would, as quickly as I can, go around. This could be an old lawn chair. It could be anything you've got laying around. That's 1 point. Here's 2 points. You could use a lawn chair, a bucket, anything you have at home, a shirt on the ground. There's 3 points, 4 points, and so forth. You would do that for 1 minute to see how many points you can score. Now to make it harder, I'm gonna fill these jugs with water. You could do it half full, you could fill it up all the way. Of course, the heavier it is, the harder you're gonna work, your heart rate's gonna go up, you're gonna get more benefit from that exercise from this station. So if you wanna add a little difficulty to it, fill up your jugs. All right, that's station number 2. Station number 3. This one, boys and girls, drove me nuts. This one, I think is a little difficult, for me anyway. You might be a pro at this though. You're gonna need a laundry basket, a bucket, and a Tupperware ball. You're going to need 10 sock balls. You can also use paper wads with this station. You may at home have a soft Nerf ball, and you could just use this and go get it, retrieve it each time, because we probably don't have 10 of these. But you're gonna use a sock ball. I made this out of a sock, and I did use some Scotch tape. This one, I'm missing one of my sock balls. This one, just roll it up and take the top and go around the ball like that. So it's not very even. Now this one, I put a sock inside. So I've got a sock, and I put it inside of my knee sock. When I first started in Lawrence Township many years ago, my gym did not have very much equipment. I hardly had any balls, so I had to make some of my equipment. And to do this, I put a sock inside, I twist, and now put my hand back up in the sock. This takes a little bit of time. Pull it down, twist, put my hand back inside the sock, pull it through, twist. You can even just work with this to get it round as you're going. So I would continue doing this until it's all taped up, and then I could finish it off with masking tape or tape. So it's my sock ball. If you leave it long like that, it's a nice little fun thing to catch. Play catch with too, because you can catch either the ball or the sock here. So you can make your own sock ball that way too. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna get your ball. Again, you can use a paper wad, and you don't wanna get too far back, but I'm going to kick. Okay, now that hit inside the Tupperware. So let's say they don't wanna stay in very easy. So that could be 10 points. I get 10 points if the ball hits inside the Tupperware, 5 points if it hits inside the orange bucket, and 1 point if it hits inside the laundry basket. So decide as a team, you and your friends or your parents, does it count if it hits in and then bounces out, or do you want it just to stay in? You decide, whatever you decide on the rules, as long as everybody's following the same rules, we're good. So 2, 3, and I'm gonna get those out of the way. So you're gonna have 10 balls here. The Nerf ball. Ah, that was bad. All right, so count up your scores, record your scores. Again, 5 points for the Tupperware, no, 10 points for the Tupperware, 5 points for the bucket, and 1 point for the laundry basket. So that is called the soccer skeet ball. One other thing you may want to do for this, instead of kicking, move back a little bit and practice rolling it. So just a different way you can do that. Let's move on to the next station, the 4th station. This one is called wind bowling. You're going to need a stopwatch again. You're going to need a table. You're going to need some paper cups or solo cups. These are styrofoam cups. You're going to need a paper plate or a balloon. You're going to use your stopwatch. You have 1 minute to see how long it takes you, or how many cups you can blow off the table in 1 minute. So if I get them all off in 10 seconds, I'm going to set them back up again. I've got 50 more seconds to go. So you get 1 minute to count how many cups you can get off. So I'm going to do the paper plate, and I'm going to do this. quickly come get my paper plate, my cups, and I'm going to put them back up on the table. The stopwatch is still running. It's not stopping. Now, the other way I can do this is with a balloon. All right, let's say the stopwatch is over. So I had 10 the first time, and I have 1, 2, 3, down on the floor 4. So 10 plus 4 is 14. So I have 14 points in the minute. Again, you can use the balloon or you can use the paper plate. Probably for my younger students, the paper plate is going to be the best. All right, that's the fourth station. Last station we're going to do today is called paper plane cornhole. For this, you're going to need a laundry basket or a bucket, and you're going to need 3 paper airplanes. Now, I already have my paper airplanes made, and you know, I had fun this morning. I made these this morning, and I'm not good at making paper airplanes. I just Googled paper airplanes and went online, and there are tons of ideas on how to make paper airplanes. So that's a whole nother lesson in itself. Go ahead and try that. I think you'll have a lot of fun. You just need a sheet of paper and make yourself some paper airplanes. You can have contests on whose paper airplane flies the farthest even. So in this, couple ways you could do this. If you throw anytime you throw the plane and it lands outside the bucket, you get 1 point. If it lands in the bucket, you get 2 points. Now I think you could also do how many points can you get in 1 minute. So you could do it that way as well. Feel free again to change these up. So stand 10 to 15 steps away from the bucket. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm 5 steps away, 5 yards or 5 feet away. Yep, there's 2 points. Oops, there's 1 point, so there's 3 points altogether. Oh, didn't go in. So there's 1 more point. So I have 2, 3, 4 points. And then I could either write that down, or again, how many points can you get in a minute? You decide whichever you want to do, just so everybody's following the same rules. Now maybe you're not competing against anyone. Maybe you're just competing against yourself. So on your scorecard, on day 1, there's 2 practice slots. Maybe your goal is just to get better on your second try. So maybe you're only competing against yourself. So those are our 5 stations for today. Next week we're gonna have some more stations. But feel free, please go on that website, and here it is again. This is a free website available to you, openphysed.org/National Field Day. Everything you need to know about the National Field Day. It is going to be May 8th. May 8th is the official day, but we can take more days. It's not a problem. But phys ed, by the way, this phys ed stands for physical education. So that's kind of, if you think it's not really a word, it's physical education. But openphysed.org National Field Day. Please remember, you know, so many times you'll say, Mrs. Moberg, who won? Who won? We won. Yeah, yeah. It's great to celebrate winning, but what do I always tell you? If you had fun, you won. So please keep this in mind. Enjoy the field day. Have fun with it. And before we go today, I just want to take a second to say thank you to all of you that are following our rules of social distancing, washing your hands. But I want to say a special thank you to our parents and Indian Creek families who work in hospitals and grocery stores and all of our essential workers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are our heroes. Thank you very much. We appreciate you so much. And stay safe. See you next week. Bye-bye.